Hello and welcome, family, to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms. It has been a very interesting season, family, because the new reality, the new earth, the new dispensation is here. But a lot of us did not realize how entangled we were to the old world order, to the powers that were, to the enemies of our souls. And so it might have felt the last couple of months of 2024 or 2024 as a whole may have felt for you like an upheaval, like things were going back to the way they were, like things were getting harder, but that is the furthest thing from the truth. I've received a lot of questions from you guys asking me to talk about what's happening now, what's different questions, but they all come to the fact that what is exactly is going on in these times that we're living in. A lot of you have written to me and said, I've talked of here, we're in the golden ages when we're moving into a new season, and yet you feel like you are in your hardest season yet. It's because a new world is here, family. But this world the world we exist in is so toxic, is so low vibrational, is so dirty that we really have to clean ourselves up. And there's nothing of this world that we can take with us. And so a lot of us now, let me know if this is your experience right now, are going through this situation where our money seems to be drying up, where we're living is no longer ideal. Maybe even the friends that we have are no longer a vibrational match. It almost feels like the way we felt when we went through our first awakening, when everything in our reality collapsed, as we discovered and expanded into a new part of ourselves. You see, family, we've moved from the way we used to do things into a new dispensation. And your own thoughts, your emotions, and your spiritual work now override the powers that were and the powers of Babylon in dictating what happens in your life. You have a unique opportunity, family, to create the world you want. And I've been talking about this for years, family. Because you attract who you are, not what you want. And here's Errol. Hey, Errol. And so, for the last 2-3 years, I think I've just been preaching like daily on how the most important thing for you to do is to increase your vibration. And the way you increase your vibration, hey, come on, Errol. The way you increase your vibration, family, is you have to elevate beyond the narratives of the past that broke you, that hurt you, that traumatized you. You have to move through that. You have to move through all those things. You have to work through your pain, work through the distortions that were created from having toxic parents, for growing up in a toxic environment, for growing up in a racist community, for growing up in a racist world, for growing up in a world that, is so corrupt and so rotten to the core. Because there is nothing of this world that you can take with you, family. And right now, everything of Babylon is falling away because everything of Babylon was vanity. And so it is absolutely critical in this season that you really start to do your spiritual work, that you devote even a day, family, into meditating, thinking about, or even writing out your intentions, scripting your life. It is so important to create a vision board and put all the things that you want to manifest in your life, from the car to the house to the whatever it may be, family. It is so critical. because the power is now in our hands to do something and to change our lives. And a lot of us, the old is, let me use money because that's the thing that, a lot of people, the old is drying up, family. You'll notice that if you used to do business online or whatever, there's a transition even in your clientele. So many jobs are getting automated. For those who still do 9 to 5s and things like that. But you now have to actively participate in creating your tomorrow, family. Otherwise, your tomorrow will be created by Babylon, and they're heading towards a slave society. They're heading towards transhumanism. They want to chip you and put all kinds of technology in you and make you half human, half something else, so you can be controlled. And to overcome that, you now have to go, you have to choose. It's either nature or the machine, family. And so you have to exercise your right. But you see, Babylon removed that from us. So now we have to consciously do it. We were born into this world where you literally think things and you imagine things and they manifest in your reality like magic. But then now we were miseducated to beg things outside of ourselves, to give power outside of ourselves, so that we stopped creating our own realities, but instead we helped to create this matrix we're in, and then even begged the matrix, which has no power, to give us what we wanted. So we must now, family, return to center. Have a dedicated time every single day. If you really want to manifest a new change and you really want to see a different reality for yourself, set aside a time each day, a time to release and a time to sow. Set aside a time where you're releasing, where you're working through your emotions and how you felt and what happened, and you're working through those narratives that are kind of gatekeepers and obstacles to you living your best life. And then make it a habit. Like for me, every morning, family, every morning, I make sure that I'm using my first breath, which is the most powerful energy you have, to speak the things I want into existence. A new home, a relationship, whatever it may be. More money, a private jet, who knows the desires. I know the desires of my heart, but I'm just giving you an example. Every day, family, I write those things out, and I also write out the ending of the things that have held me mentally and emotionally enslaved. The ending to struggle in my life. I also call back my energy and return all that low vibrational energy to those that sent it. These are things I do every day, family. And we must get into the habit of doing this. And remember, if you do something for 21 days, it becomes like second nature, and you'll feel weird if you don't do it. So just commit to doing that. What does your life look like now that Babylon is falling? Don't buy into the hype that Babylon is still going to manage to create a new world order. There's a new earth dispensation that is here, but it operates and moves differently. There's no spoon feeding. You need to plug in. You need to program the matrix to suit what you want. But first you need to deprogram all that old, fake, distorted information that you were running in, the old, outdated programming, so that you stop being a feeder for Babylon and Babylon's matrix, and so that you can now use your own energy to create your own reality. It has been an intense 7-8 months, family. 2024 has shown the best of times and the worst of times. But all I know is I am so grateful for all the emotional work I did on myself, the healing, the contemplation that I continue to do. And it is now second nature for me to write down every single day the things I want to release and the things I want to enter my life. And regardless of what you think about the moon family, it would also be a great, great instrument if you get into the cycles of the moon, because this Gregorian calendar also throws us off. But the Gregorian calendar has totally put us into these artificial constructs. But learn more about nature's time, nature's timeline. You know, here in the motherland, our day doesn't start at midnight in the middle of the night. If I was to go by the Kiswahili clock, our day starts at 7 in the morning. And actually, our ancestors and our ancient ones did more at night and then chilled during the day. And you may ask, how when it was dark? Did you know that if you reach a certain level of integration with nature, you can see in the dark? But those are stories for other days. Special shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon and everyone that has sent us a gratitude donation through PayPal. We appreciate, love you so much, family. Thank you for enabling us to continue to do what we love and to continue to be right on our destiny path by sharing the information that we get with you. If you haven't already, definitely consider supporting us. Until next time, family. Tuko pamoja.